eMentor program is an online mentoring program that pairs a UCCI student with a CISPA accounting representative. It gives the student easy access to an accounting professional pretty much 24/7. Cayman Islands Society of Professional Accountants has over 800 members, and we had 28 of their members sign on to be eMentors. Now, because it's an electronic correspondence, they can easily access their mentee during work time at their job, and most of the employers, if not all of them, are very supportive of their employees giving back to the community. The program was created because we saw a need for having students link their classroom learning with actual field practice. So many times the students will say, how does this apply in the real world? So we said, you know, that question needs to be answered for them.
I've participated in the program since it was initiated back in February 2009, and up to this point I've been with Arthur as my mentor. It's benefited me a lot. There's a lot of accounting concepts that I really didn't understand, and without his help I'd probably be lost in the bush. You know, the one-on-one with him helps me to better understand. I'm not sure if you've ever looked at an accounting book. They tend to be wordy and a bit confusing. Having Arthur as my mentor has helped me to actually pick out the fine words and understand the concepts better, as opposed to just reading them and being lost.
I did that for 1 year actually. Over a period of 1 year we met maybe half a dozen times. It's been a great experience. I've enjoyed it. I've learned more, I think, from this than he has probably. One of the things I learned that I wasn't expecting is actually just basic accounting skills all over again. A lot of the questions are very technical questions that we don't deal with on our day-to-day job, I guess. For example, one day Michael came by with a convertible bond question and how to account for a convertible bond. And I actually had to go back to the textbook as well, and we looked at it together.
It makes me feel good to know that he could learn something from me and I could learn something from him. We both benefited from the experience. You know, being that he's from another country and I'm from the Cayman Islands, he's learned a lot about Cayman that he probably wouldn't have learned on his own. I've learned a lot from him in regards to being successful in the classroom and interview tips, how I could help better myself, you know, to improve my image.
I thought at first there may not be as much interest, but there was a lot of students that volunteered for the program. They're not being forced to do this, not being punished to do this. So because it's volunteer-based on both sides, I think that's the best part of it. They want to be there, and I want to be there. Someone like Michael, that's as smart as Michael, has incredible potential in front of them, especially on this island, as to what they can do.
Before I met Arthur, I did work with an accounting firm, but my resume wasn't as great as I wanted it. And after I met him, he saw the potential in me, and he decided to ask me for my resume so that he could show me where I could improve and what I should add. I joined one of the local volunteer groups, the Rotaract Club, which is the youth arm of the Rotary. I think it's the networking that really counts. My mentor Arthur, he's seen the potential in me, and it's given me the advantage over others when it comes to getting a job. If I need a good reference, he's there to provide that. He sees the potential in me, he sees the ability I have, and he sees the skills. I've learned that you can't succeed on your own. You should always have somebody there to help you.
When you give, you do get something back, whether you know it or not. It's hard to quantify what that is, but there is incredible self-actualization that comes from giving. So what I would say, if people aren't going to take my word for it, is just to try it. And the mentoring program is a good one to try, because what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that maybe you won't get anything out of it. But I guarantee the individuals that if they get involved, they'll get something out of it.
We successfully paired 28 students with 28 mentors. Their experiences have all been different. Some of the relationships are still going on, and some of those mentors are still mentoring students, not just with accounting, but with their academic journey as well. We began with the accounting industry. That's our largest population of students here. We also would like to pair with tourism, hospitality, and the finance organizations and provide e-mentor programs for them as well.